So I learned how to overlay pictures into videos on CapCut. Self-taught, by the way. I mean, I looked it up, but I pretty much taught myself on how to do that, and I am very proud of myself. So be on the lookout for those. I already did a couple videos with them, but be on the lookout for more of that. If I go overboard, feel free to let me know. So I feel like I did a pretty good job in the last two videos comparing and contrasting the differences between manufactured homes pre-1976 and post-1976. Pre-1976, they looked like a trailer. That's essentially what they were. There was no stigma about them back then. They were actually a symbol of affluence. Very wealthy people had them as essentially a mobile home away from home. So they could take it wherever they wanted to go. They could take it across country, what have you. That's why a lot of motels, like I said, you see a manufactured home community behind an old motel. It's probably not operational. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But that manufactured home behind there, that's kind of where it started. Odds are made around the 50s or early 60s. And then they kind of blossomed into affordable housing because people were just buying in them and living in them full time rather than using them as a vacation home on wheels. But they always did have back then that look where they had the wheels that were always on them. They weren't really skirted. They had the hitch on them at all times because you can just hook it up to your vehicle with no permits, no extra anything, and you can just go. Whereas today, they're vastly different. They were also much smaller back then, like up to 35 feet in length, typically 8 foot wide, like an RV. Nowadays, they're very different. You need permits and semis to pull them because they get up to more than 80 feet in some instances. And they are also wider. So single section homes can get up to, I believe, 16 feet in width. And then double section homes can get up to 30 to 32 feet in width, obviously pulled into separate sections, but they come into 16-foot sections or 15 or however the home actually comes. But they are nowadays much more looking like a home. Even the single wides, pitched roofs with shingles, vinyl siding. You can do full sheetrock through the single wides. There are the double wides, or triple wides even, those do exist, that are even more, they even look more like a standard home. They're almost like a ranch style. There's a bunch of different ways to put them down now. There's lengthways, and they have layouts that actually fit lengthways, so the front of the home is the actual front of the home. There's widthways ones that go in the space widthways, and the front of the home is still the front of the home. It just depends on the community that they're in and how they're set up. But I will, throughout this video, put in some picture references here as well, because it's hard to even explain how vastly different they look. It's a completely different animal ever since HUD took over, really, but even, modern day homes since the 80s and 90s look a lot different as well. If anyone has any questions or comments on this, feel free to ask in the comment section. I would really love to start a discussion on this. It's one of my favorite topics in real estate. But that is my video for the then versus now in manufactured housing, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.